You had a baby in a house when you were 13 years old and we can't find you. By the way, where's the baby buried? I asked that question to her. And she said what happened after she gave birth was they called her mom and they said that she's got to go. I said, how do you know the baby was dead? You're telling me they moved you into a room and they induced labor after you said, I don't want to give up my child.
If the hints Candace Owens dropped recently turn out to have even a little truth behind them, this whole situation could flip upside down fast. What started as one clear story is now getting picked apart from every possible angle, and people online are going wild trying to figure out what's really going on. The internet has been nonstop with reactions, theories, and heated debates, especially as more viewers begin questioning parts of Erika Kirk's story.
And the kids, we all thought they were this tragic little family. They weren't his. We found the DNA records later.
That many once accepted without hesitation. Now, a major question keeps showing up all over social media, live streams, and discussion threads. Some people are openly wondering whether Erika was ever truly expecting a child in the first place. And if she actually was, another, even more explosive rumor has entered the conversation. Certain online commentators have started questioning whether the child was really Charlie's.
Hid. Not because I was embarrassed, not because I didn't want anyone. Yes, we did keep it very private. But it's because it was a moment very sacred. I was growing a human inside of me, my baby. The world that Charlie and I live in is very toxic at times.
There's also talk about alleged DNA-related information supposedly being shared privately behind the scenes. None of these rumors or claims have been publicly verified, but that hasn't stopped the speculation from spreading everywhere at lightning speed. What once stayed hidden in small online circles is now blowing up across a much bigger audience. More people are digging through old posts, clips, and timelines, trying to connect the dots for themselves. Still, before making any final judgment, critics keep pointing to one detail they say stands out the most.
We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies, meaning there's so many dates to remember.
In today's social media world, especially for public figures, pregnancy journeys usually end up documented everywhere. People normally share photos, public appearances, casual moments, updates, and posts throughout the process. But when some viewers look back through Erika's timeline, they claim something feels strangely absent, and that missing piece has only pushed the speculation even further online. According to critics online, they still haven't been able to find a clear, candid photo or public appearance showing Erika visibly expecting. And that missing detail is exactly why the debate keeps getting louder.
Yeah, that's Erika Kirk getting an ultrasound. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not that woman has really ever been pregnant. Now, I've been pregnant 5 times. The first was a miscarriage, gave birth to 4. So you bet your ass I zoomed in on that ultrasound screen. And this is a close-up of the screen, which led me to do a deep dive into the stages of pregnancy, which I've done, back in the day when I was pregnant, but it's been a while. It's hard to see a lot of detail in that picture. Based on her stomach size and the size of what we can see, it would be safe to presume this is the viability ultrasound, that they determine if there's a heartbeat, which they can do as early as 6 weeks.
People across forums and comment sections continue pointing out that there are no widely seen paparazzi shots, no casual event pictures, and no random, unfiltered social media moments where a noticeable baby bump could clearly be spotted. What makes the situation even more talked about is Erika's public image over the years. She built a reputation around constantly being on camera and sharing major parts of her life online. From appearances to personal updates, followers were used to seeing nearly everything documented in some form. Because of that, some viewers now say the lack of visible moments connected to the pregnancy has become one of the biggest talking points surrounding the entire controversy. Erika has spent years filming herself everywhere, speaking on stages, traveling on airplanes, attending conferences, and constantly updating her audience about her life.
Story of the woman who raised Erika Kirk. Her mom, Loretta Francevy.
Her content style has always been extremely public and highly visible, which is exactly why many viewers say this next part of the story feels impossible to overlook. After Charlie passed away, Erika didn't step away from the spotlight for long. Instead, she quickly returned to the camera and began documenting the emotional aftermath in real time. She shared deeply personal moments of grief, heartbreak, and pain directly with her followers. At one point, she even filmed herself saying goodbye to her husband with a final kiss, a moment many people considered incredibly private and emotional. That's where critics online say the situation starts feeling confusing to them. Their argument is simple. If such raw and emotional experiences were openly shared with millions of viewers, then why would something as major as a pregnancy stay completely out of sight? That question has now become one of the biggest points driving conversation across social media, live streams, and online forums as more people continue debating the timeline and searching for answers. That question is exactly why the online debate has exploded non-stop. Critics keep saying it feels unusual that a pregnancy would be kept completely private, while moments of grief, heartbreak, and emotional goodbyes were shared with the entire world so quickly.
This is what it looks like at 6 weeks, and this is what it looks like at 8 weeks. Wanted to compare that to her picture, but I don't have the technology to zoom in on it. I wasted 2 hours, except I learned that at 9 weeks they hiccup. I didn't know that.
To many viewers, that contrast feels hard to ignore, and it's become one of the biggest talking points surrounding the situation. Some people online argue that if privacy was truly the main reason behind those choices, then why would that privacy only seem to apply to one very specific chapter of her life? That's the question continuing to spread across comment sections, live stream chats, and social media discussions as speculation keeps growing louder every day. That difference is exactly what keeps making people online raise their eyebrows. It became the turning point where internet investigators, reaction channels, and curious viewers started digging much deeper into the details surrounding the story. Erika's entire online image has been heavily connected to her marriage for years. Even her social media handles use the name Mrs. Erika Kirk, tying her public identity directly to that last name. For millions of followers, that name became part of her personal brand and the way people recognized her online presence. That's why, when ultrasound footage later started circulating online, many viewers immediately focused on one specific detail they believed didn't fully match up. According to people discussing the clip, the name visible on the ultrasound reportedly appeared to say Erika Franza, which many claim is her maiden name, instead of Erika Kirk.
Seeing Charlie in an elevator, everything about Charlie is adding up. I cannot get a single person to confirm that they saw Erika, who's apparently out and about. I then thought, wouldn't it make sense? She screams in the middle of a parking lot. She screams in the middle of a doctor's office. Everybody kind of knows where they were when Charlie got shot. Okay, if this doctor's office had people in it, there's going to be someone who said, hey, I heard a giant scream at my doctor's office.
That small detail instantly set off huge conversations across forums, live stream chats, and comment sections, with people questioning whether there was a deeper explanation behind it. To be fair, though, there could be several completely normal reasons for that detail. Some people pointed out it may have been older paperwork, a medical record that had not yet been updated, or even a simple administrative mistake. Situations like that happen regularly in medical systems, and none of the online theories or assumptions surrounding the footage have been publicly confirmed. Because Erika publicly presented herself everywhere as Mrs. Erika Kirk, many viewers immediately noticed when a different name reportedly appeared on the ultrasound footage. To online audiences already questioning parts of the timeline, that detail stood out fast and became a huge topic across social media discussions. And according to people who closely reviewed the footage, there was another detail that grabbed attention. Charlie reportedly was not present during that specific ultrasound appointment. Instead, Erika was said to have attended the visit alongside her mother, Lori. By itself, that may not mean anything unusual at all. Family members regularly attend important medical appointments for support, especially during emotional situations or stressful moments. Still, once viewers combined that observation with the claimed lack of visible pregnancy photos online, the speculation started growing even faster.
Because I know we had a birth plan, and the only thing that went to plan on that birth plan was that we had a child.
That's right.
Everything else
went
out the window.
We had a great OD, may he rest in peace. Terrible story.
It's so sad.
Many people argued that when there's very little public documentation, even small details suddenly become magnified and heavily analyzed across the internet. Then critics began revisiting older clips and interviews, searching for moments they believed felt awkward or inconsistent. In one conversation, Erika appeared to hesitate while trying to remember her wedding anniversary. In another discussion, some viewers felt she sounded uncertain while talking about dates connected to her children. Those moments quickly spread online, with reaction channels and commenters debating whether the clips meant anything significant or were simply normal memory slips taken out of context. Before long, those moments sparked another massive wave of speculation across social media. Viewers kept revisiting old interviews, live streams, and podcast clips, searching for anything they believed might connect to the growing questions surrounding the story. One clip from Charlie's podcast especially caught people's attention. During the conversation, Erika casually mentioned that her obstetrician was no longer alive. That short comment immediately confused many listeners, and people online started digging for more context about what she meant. Some viewers felt the statement raised even more questions instead of clearing anything up, which only added to the non-stop discussions happening across forums and reaction channels. But things became even more intense after Candace Owens recently made claims that pushed the entire story into a much more controversial direction. According to Candace, there could allegedly be more to the timeline surrounding the day Charlie was shot than what had originally been shared publicly. That allegation alone sent social media into another frenzy of debates, theories, and speculation.
And Tyler was there.
Tyler Boyer.
Yes, he was there with his wife, his beautiful wife, and his kids. And he came up to me afterwards and he was like, hey, we have this organization and we're starting in Arizona. Would love for you to be a part of it. And I said, thank you for all the information, but I am moving to Manhattan. And I was like, stay in touch. And we didn't really stay in touch all that much.
At the time, Erika had explained that she was at the hospital with her mother receiving treatment that same day. Since then, online audiences have continued analyzing every detail connected to the timeline, trying to piece together what really happened based on the limited public information available. However, according to sources Candace Owens referenced during recent discussions, the timeline may not be as straightforward as people originally believed. Those sources allegedly claimed Erika may have actually been at a hotel suite in Fort Huachuca instead. The claim has not been publicly confirmed, but it immediately triggered another huge wave of speculation online, with viewers debating whether key parts of the story were fully explained from the beginning. When the situation first unfolded, Andrew Colbert reportedly attempted to defend Erika's timeline publicly. He claimed that Erika and Charlie had dinner together the night before the incident and pointed to a photo that was supposedly meant to support that version of events. According to reports, the image had allegedly been taken by Erika herself. The photo reportedly showed a hand holding a phone while walking beside children. At the time, supporters described it as a small but important piece of evidence connected to the timeline. The explanation shared back then claimed the image showed Erika out with her children on September 9th at around 8:33 a.m. Pacific time, supposedly taking them on a morning walk before later heading into the office. But as more people online began closely reviewing every detail, the image itself became another major topic of debate, with critics questioning whether it actually confirmed anything at all or simply added more confusion to an already controversial situation. The post was originally shared to present a normal routine and help support the timeline of where Erika was supposedly that morning. For a while, the image appeared to calm some of the online discussion, with many viewers accepting it as nothing more than a casual snapshot from everyday life. At first, people saw the photo as a simple piece of personal content, showing a mother out with her children during a normal morning routine.
Tracy Martin. Remember, Tracy Martin is Erika's best friend for over 15 years. How close are Erika and Tracy? They've done everything together. Tracy says from Romanian Angels. Erika modeled for her clothing brands.
But as the internet kept digging deeper into the story, even that image eventually became part of the growing wave of analysis and speculation surrounding the entire situation. But now, new allegations are surfacing that challenge that entire timeline, and online discussions are heating up all over again. According to these newer claims, Erika may not have been with Charlie the night before the incident at all. Instead, some reports allege she was spending time with Tracy Martin, a woman who has reportedly been close to Erika for more than a decade. That detail completely changed the emotional tone of the conversation for many people following the story. Critics immediately started asking why a different explanation would have been given publicly if the timeline was not fully accurate. And if Erika truly was with Tracy that night, viewers began wondering what exactly was happening behind the scenes. Online audiences have since pointed to years of photos and posts showing Erika and Tracy together during vacations, holidays, family gatherings, and other events. According to commenters, Tracy appeared frequently throughout different parts of Erika's personal life, often showing up side by side with her in pictures and shared moments online. None of these claims or theories have been publicly verified, but the growing speculation has continued spreading across forums, reaction videos, live stream chats, and social media discussions. As more people revisit old posts and timelines, every detail is now being heavily analyzed and debated by viewers trying to piece the story together for themselves. But now, new allegations are surfacing that challenge that entire timeline, and the internet is heating up once again. According to these newer claims, Erika may not have been with Charlie the night before the incident at all. Instead, some reports allege she was spending time with Tracy Martin, a woman who has reportedly been closely connected to Erika's life for more than a decade. That detail completely changed the tone of the conversation for many people following the story online. Critics immediately started asking another question.
This is shocking that Tracy's daughter is actually Erika's assistant. I'll put an allegedly there because we've got to confirm that information. But the source knows.
If Erika was not where she originally said she was, then why give that explanation publicly in the first place? And if she truly was with Tracy that night, what exactly was happening behind the scenes? Online observers quickly pointed to years of photos showing Erika and Tracy together during vacations, family holidays, social events, and personal gatherings. According to commenters, Tracy appeared repeatedly throughout different parts of Erika's life, making many viewers believe she was far more than just an occasional friend. Over time, those old pictures and posts became another major focus of internet discussions and reaction videos. Then, one emotional clip started spreading online again, where Erika said, "I want to see what they did to my husband, and I want to give him a kiss because I didn't get to give him a kiss this morning." That moment added even more emotion to the already intense discussions happening across social media. Viewers also began discussing claims that Tracy's daughter, McKenna, may have worked as Erika's personal assistant at one point. On its own, that detail could simply reflect a close friendship between the families. Many people hire trusted friends or relatives into professional roles, and situations like that are not uncommon at all. Still, for people already questioning parts of the timeline, those connections only added another layer to the growing speculation online. And this is where the internet conversation became even more intense. Early on, many discussions focused on one theory in particular, the possibility that Erika may have used a surrogate during her path to becoming a parent. That idea had reportedly been circulating quietly in smaller, online communities for quite some time. But once viewers started connecting that theory to the claimed lack of visible pregnancy photos, the ultrasound name, confusion, and moments where some timeline details appeared unclear, the entire discussion shifted into a much bigger controversy almost overnight. Suddenly, the speculation online was no longer focused only on surrogacy. As more rumors and theories spread across social media, some commentators began pushing even more dramatic possibilities into the conversation. That shift quickly intensified the debates, with forums, live streams, and reaction channels becoming flooded with nonstop opinions and speculation. Some online commentators even started questioning whether someone within Erika's close circle could somehow be connected to the situation.
Where he was to tell his story, but he also had to include the part where he claims that he saw Erika Kirk the night before, also on Fort Huachuca at Candlewood Inn and Suites, okay?
To be clear, these are internet rumors and theories only, and none of the claims have been publicly confirmed. Still, that hasn't stopped social media users from analyzing every small detail they can find and sharing their own interpretations across forums, live streams, and comment sections. As more people continued examining the story, certain details began standing out in ways that fueled even more questions online. Supporters of different theories claim those details might explain several things viewers have been confused about for a long time. Some argue it could explain why there appear to be so few visible pregnancy photos connected to Erika publicly. Others believe it may also relate to the ultrasound footage that reportedly displayed a different last name. Then there's the ongoing debate about privacy itself. Critics continue pointing out that many parts of Erika's personal life were openly documented and shared online for years, while topics connected to the pregnancy remained unusually private by comparison. That contrast has become one of the biggest reasons the speculation continues growing louder across social media. Those observations have now led to an even bigger question spreading across the internet. Some viewers keep asking whether Charlie knew about any of these rumors at the time, or if he may have been seeing a completely different version of events compared to what people online are debating today. That question alone has fueled non-stop discussions across forums, live streams, and social media threads. For a while, these conversations mostly stayed inside smaller online communities. But recently, the speculation took a much sharper turn after another name started appearing repeatedly in discussions: Tyler Bauer. For many observers, this was the point where the story suddenly became much more specific and far more controversial. At that stage, the online conversation reportedly shifted away from just secrecy or surrogacy theories. Instead, some discussions began focusing on possible biological connections tied to the situation. Certain internet sources and commentators have alleged that Tyler Bauer could potentially be the biological father of Erika's children. These claims have not been publicly verified, but they quickly spread online and intensified the already explosive speculation surrounding the entire story. Once again, there is no publicly confirmed evidence proving any of those claims. Even so, the rumors continue resurfacing online because some commentators believe certain timelines raise additional questions. According to those discussions, critics argue that the timing of certain events does not completely match the public narrative that was originally shared. Because of that, the speculation has continued spreading across podcasts, forums, live streams, and comment sections at a rapid pace. Some online reports have also suggested that Erika and Charlie's marriage may have been facing difficulties during that period. According to those accounts, tension may have been quietly building behind the scenes for a long time, even while their public image appeared strong. If any of those descriptions were accurate, many viewers believe it could completely change how people interpret the events that followed. By that stage, according to online discussions, the possibility of separation was no longer being viewed as some distant rumor in the background. Instead, certain observers began speculating that serious changes in the relationship may have already been developing behind closed doors, adding another dramatic layer to the growing controversy surrounding the timeline. Supporters of those theories often point to small details they believe may have hinted at tension inside the marriage. Some online commenters claimed Charlie was no longer wearing his wedding ring in certain appearances. Others repeated rumors suggesting he may have been sleeping on the couch at times. There were even critics who focused on claims that Erika allegedly did not kiss him goodbye the day before everything unfolded. On their own, none of those observations prove anything, but they are exactly the kinds of details internet audiences continue debating nonstop across social media. Many viewers say that while each detail might seem minor individually, people online often start connecting them together to build larger narratives around controversial situations.
I want to see what they did to my husband, and I want to give him a kiss because I didn't get to give him a kiss this morning.
And in the world of internet speculation, even the smallest moments can quickly become massive talking points. Then another emotional moment pushed the discussion even further. Erika publicly shared what was described as Charlie's final letter to her. In the message, Charlie reportedly expressed deep love for Erika and praised her warmly, which immediately sparked another intense wave of online reactions. For some viewers, the letter appeared heartfelt and genuine. But for others already questioning parts of the timeline, the message became another detail they analyzed heavily while debating what may have really been happening behind the scenes during the final period of their relationship. The letter's words were emotional, and many supporters viewed it as a heartfelt tribute filled with love and admiration. But critics online immediately focused on a completely different question. They started asking why such a deeply private letter would be released publicly in the first place. That decision alone sparked another huge wave of discussion across social media, podcasts, and live streams. Some skeptics even went a step further and questioned whether the letter was fully authentic, although there is no verified evidence supporting those claims. Still, once the message became public, internet audiences began analyzing nearly every sentence, searching for hidden meaning or possible inconsistencies. Then another controversial detail entered the conversation. Reports started circulating online, suggesting that Erika may have been at a resort when Charlie was shot, rather than at home or at the previously mentioned location. Those claims remain completely unconfirmed and heavily disputed, but they have continued fueling speculation across the internet. As a result, debates surrounding the timeline have only grown louder, with viewers continuing to question which details are accurate and which may simply be rumor mixed with online theory. According to some online discussions, the location Erika originally described has since been questioned by multiple commentators and internet investigators. None of these claims have been officially confirmed, but they continue keeping the debate alive as people online try to piece together the timeline for themselves. If the marriage was already dealing with tension during that period, many observers immediately started asking another major question. What exactly did Charlie know at the time? Some commentators claim that if Tyler Bauer really introduced Erika to Charlie years earlier, and if rumors about previous connections between them were true, that detail alone could completely reshape how some people interpret the timeline. This is the stage where the online speculation became even more intense and far more personal. Certain internet personalities and discussion groups began arguing that if private conversations involving DNA or biological parentage ever happened behind closed doors, it could dramatically change how viewers understand the entire situation. To be clear, there is currently no publicly confirmed DNA report or verified evidence supporting those claims. Even so, the rumors continue circulating across social media, forums, reaction videos, and live stream chats, with people endlessly debating whether the speculation is based on real unanswered questions or simply internet theories growing larger over time. Meanwhile, Candace Owens recently hinted in her series Ride of Charlie that she may have information capable of challenging Erika's carefully built public image as the ideal political spouse. According to Candace, upcoming parts of her investigation could completely shift how many people view the entire situation, which instantly sent social media into another frenzy of speculation and debate. One detail that keeps drawing major attention online is how Tyler Bauer's name reportedly appears at multiple points throughout the timeline. Some observers claim his name has surfaced in discussions about Erika and Charlie's earlier relationship history, and now again in conversations surrounding how events may have eventually unraveled. Because of that, many viewers say they started paying much closer attention once the same name kept appearing in different parts of the story. Whether those patterns actually mean something significant or turn out to be nothing more than coincidence remains completely unclear. Still, Tyler Bauer's name continues sitting at the center of a narrative that online audiences seem unable to stop discussing. Even after all this time, the same unanswered questions continue hanging over the story, while forums, live streams, podcasts, and comment sections remain flooded with people debating every angle and trying to figure out what really happened behind the scenes. One of the biggest questions still being debated online is surprisingly simple, but it carries a lot of weight. Why was Erika reportedly not with Charlie the night before the shooting? Some discussions claim she may have been with Tracy that evening, while others believe there could be another explanation that has never been fully clarified publicly. Because many viewers feel the timeline still contains unanswered gaps, the conversation continues resurfacing across social media, podcasts, live streams, and forums over and over again. Then there are the ongoing rumors surrounding Tracy herself. Online audiences remain divided over how significant her role may have actually been in Erika's personal life. Some people argue that the photos, vacations, and shared moments simply reflect a close friendship built over many years between trusted companions. Others, however, continue speculating about entirely different possibilities, which has only pushed the debates into even more controversial territory. At this stage, many of these ideas remain internet theories and unverified claims, but they continue generating strong reactions from viewers who have followed every twist in the story closely. And now the discussion keeps growing louder as more people weigh in with their own opinions and interpretations. What do you think about everything that's been discussed here? Do you think all of these connections are simply coincidences, or do you believe there are still major, unanswered questions that deserve a much closer look? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, because this story has definitely sparked non-stop debate across the internet. And if you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone else who has been following the situation closely. Also, check out the next video showing on your screen right now, because the deeper people dig into this story, the more intense and controversial the discussion seems to become.